All right, this is Two Time, Two Time, Two Time by the 1975. One of my favorite bands, really cool little song. Thought I'd do a lesson on it. I did 3 parts in the intro. I did the main chords. I did the melody to the chorus. And I also just kind of did a little improv. And then I also did kind of like a higher chord strumming funky line like you hear in the chorus. So I'll go ahead and just kind of try to cover all those. We'll start with the chords. So the first chord is going to be, oh sorry, you're going to have a capo on your first fret. And your first chord is going to be a C add 9. So the way I play that is just start your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A, your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B, and your pinky right underneath that on 3rd fret of the high E. Alright, so that's your first chord. Your second chord, you just let off your middle finger and you get that open A in there. Now we're going to go to a D, alright? So I'll show you the strum pattern I was using in a second. So for the D, index finger 2nd fret of the G, middle finger 2nd fret of the high E, ring finger 3rd fret of the B. Okay. Your 3rd chord, or actually, yeah, what chord is this? 1, 2, 3. Your 4th chord is going to be G over B. So this is a really useful chord actually to know. I find myself playing this one a lot anyway. So your ring finger and your pinky are still there on the 3rd fret of the B and the high E. Then your index finger is going to set down here on the 2nd fret of the A. So that's your G over B. And that leads you back to the C add 9 or C add 2 or whatever that chord is. So this is turning out to be a really good lesson. I'm really teaching you the names of these chords. So anyway, I'll just call it C from here on out. So we got C, C with the A in the root thingy. Then we've got D, then we've got G over B, back to C. Okay, so the strum pattern I was using was so slowed down, that's down, down, up, 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 down, down, Alright, so now taking a little look at the melody, basically you're just going to start on a open B to open G to 2nd fret of G. So that's just open B, 1st fret of B, open B, 2nd fret of G, to open G. So that's the little melody on the chorus there. So that's the end of the chorus. So just going down to that 2nd fret of the D. And notice I'm kind of hammering. It just sounds nicer to kind of hammer to that 2nd fret once in a while. So if you don't want to do that, you could just go So you don't have to do the hammer on, it's just something I was adding in for my own liking. So let's go ahead and look at some of the solo stuff I did. So one of the things I did was just kind of sliding into different boxes. So there's a box up here. So it'd be in actual music theory, G sharp or A flat, major pentatonic scale. So the scale up here, so if you start your pinky here on an A flat, it kind of looks like a C shape. So let me show that to you real quick. So pinky starts on that, 11th fret of the A string, so that's an A flat note. Then your index finger is going to sit here on the 8th fret of the D, ring finger here, 10th fret of the D, and then 11th fret of the D. So index finger, 8th fret of the G, ring finger, 10th fret of the G. Index finger, 8th fret of the B, middle finger, 9th fret of the B. So that's where it gets kind of tricky. So you've got all right. So now that's your major scale. That's your A flat major scale. All right. So continuing that up, pinky right here, 11th fret of the B string, index finger, 8th fret of the high E, middle finger, 9th fret, pinky, 11th fret. So notice that the shape of the scale is the same on both of those strings. So pinky, middle, index, pinky, middle, index. Then you've got ring, index. Then you've got pinky, ring, index, pinky. Okay, and if you're continuing down, ring, index, pinky, middle, index. Okay. So it's kind of based off of that C shape. All right, so that's one of the things I did. So one of the other things, the last thing that I did was I used my just my hand to play this part. I put my index finger here on the 8th fret of the G, middle finger here on the 9th fret of the B, pinky here on the 11th fret of the high E. So what I was doing was just a So what I did was just a strum pattern with my right hand. So I would strum and then pluck all 3 strings with my index, middle, and ring finger. So strum down, pluck, strum down, pluck, strum down, pluck. Alright, I hope that helps you get a good start on this song. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, check out the description for some links to my other guitar learning resources, and I'll see you on the next lesson.